pull a Liam O'Brien and just start screaming obscenities into the mic.
Oh, we're oh no, no. Sorry, the first thing we got was hardly throwing things away.
So much trash.
All right. We're gonna now hand things over to our fabulous dungeon master.
Are we live?
Yes, we are.
Oh, cool. Now I can
We
keep
are
looking
dead.
like a turtle.
We are
Hello.
all dead.
All of us have coronavirus, and we're going to cough on you for the entire show. It's going to be great, and you're all going to get it, and you're all going to die.
That's how that works.
Corona through the internet.
Rona. All right, y'all. So
Actually, can you imagine a virus that could spread to people via through technology and the internet? That would be incredible.
Well, you know, coronavirus.
I mean, it would be
came to
terrible
you through
to
the
be
beer.
that would also be like a total like B-list movie written by like a whole bunch of 40-year-olds. Now this is how we get the teens off their phones.
Yeah,
They had their phones and they didn't die. I hate people like that.
computers all have really powerful antivirus things.
Exactly. You know, just make it an ad for NordVPN. That would be great. Or like McAfee Security. I'd be happy then. All right. So, since you guys have nothing better to do during your quarantine except listen to us and me be a terrible DM, we're gonna do a recap. So the recap is, I don't freaking remember. Let's see what my notes tell me. So last time that we were here, you all spoke to shoot, what's his name? General somebody. Sergeant, you spoke to Sergeant Shabazz and were able to talk to Lieutenant I literally cannot ever remember his last name.
Bob.
Abad, thank you. You discussed the situation of how the guards seem to use the conflicting information. You laid all of your cards on the table and explained exactly what had happened. Gave all the information that you could give about Talevs, about Haran, and your interactions, and basically laid on the table that you had nothing to do with his unfortunate demise. Lieutenant Abad gave you the option to work with his team, and left you with until the evening to make your decision. Upon discussing with one another and weighing the possibilities of danger and being betrayed by the Talev, not wanting to be targeted by their by either Haran's organization or by the Talevs, you came to the conclusion that it would be best to not grow involved. You went back and talked to Lieutenant Abad and offered yourselves to be in the background, advisories, once your names had been fully cleared. However, Lieutenant Abad seemed disappointed and or at least dissatisfied with this offer, and stated that he would not likely come to them at that point, but that they were free to leave and go if they chose. At that point, you guys settled in for the evening. We had a very unproductive session. That was my fault. There was, I think, some sort of interaction with Clover that was awkward and funny. People are going to
That was my fault. Sorry.
Yes, there were many accusations of love interests, and Clover was not amused.
I forgot about that.
And neither was your brother. As you guys were
Then jump me in the middle of the night.
just about to get to that. As you guys were heading off to sleep, Ven, who had gone down to the bar and gotten a few drinks for the group, came back, went to sleep, and found herself awoken by the almost stealthy enough, but not quite stealthy enough hands of her younger brother trying to lift a knife off of her. After a very interesting tussle, it came to light that Fen had plans to go and murder the Talevs in order to break off any loose ends. Then you managed to convince him, it seemed, to go back to sleep and to leave this be and wait until the morning to make any sort of moves. You all settled back in for the evening, and that's where we left off. So, moving on, I feel like somebody was saying something about wanting to have a conversation with Clover, but did that happen already? There was just that interaction? Okay.
I don't remember anything.
Okay. I feel like we were done with that. Did anyone have anything else that they wanted to do this evening?
I mean, I needed to apologize to Clover, but I don't think I was the one who wanted to have a long chat with her.
Okay.
Don't know if Ethan wanted then to or not.
No.
Okay. I'm remembering wrong.
Okay.
That
Barring
happened.
that, I'm gonna have everybody except for Ethan take their headphones out.
Oh God. Why do you do this to me?
Please stay in the area in the vicinity because you will need them pretty shortly. As Andrew leaves. All right, cool.
I don't think you said that soon enough for them to catch them.
I probably didn't. That's a good point. Noah, blink twice if you can hear me. That was only once. Those were two relatively close together. All right. All right, this shouldn't take too long. All right, so my fine fellow that I cannot see, so I'm staring into the pitch black void of whatever that was. All right, how's the computer doing? Am I going to be able to like hold you for like 10 minutes?
Yes.
Okay. Are you able to run Roll20?
Oh. Let's give it a shot.
Don't try now, because I think people will be back by the time that you need to use it. I just wanted to check in with that. So
Okay.
I'd rather you be here for this part, because just you. And then if it crashes later, and then if we want to risk it crashing, we can, or somebody can just suggest it for you. Who's playing?
Oh no, Harley!
God. I was like, why is there like George Michael music playing? And then I remembered that I just saw Frozen, so that would be why. Alrighty. So you settle yourself back into your bed. A little bit disappointed that your endeavor has failed, but at least satisfied for the moment. You fall back asleep pretty quickly, and shortly after, you're not quite sure of how much time has passed. As you're laying there, you suddenly wake up, your eyes flicking open to complete pitch darkness. You sit up, you're not quite sure that you don't hear anything that would have woken you up, but you sit up and you see your companions still asleep around you, their shoulders rising and falling in measured deep breaths. Whatever woke you doesn't seem to have disturbed them. As you sit there with the bed covers pulled up around you, debating whether to get up or just to try and go back to sleep. You notice that the edges of your vision are clouding slightly purple. You glance around, just trying to see if it moves wherever you're looking, and it stays there. And a second later, you recognize that the same haze is now seeping out from under the beds, slowly covering the floor and creeping up over the bedrolls and knapsacks until all around you is surrounded in clouds. You feel inexplicably drawn to get up and investigate, that familiar experimenter's curiosity sparking both alarm and inspiration in your mind. Your feet touch the floor. It's solid in there. You can feel the rough wooden planks scraping lightly against your bare skin. You reach down to touch the mist, and an image of a woman with an animalistic head flashes in your vision like lightning with a burst of pain. The head is like that of a horse, but more pointed. Its nostrils are flared like an ox, and tree-like bones are protruding from its skull above its eyes, branching from each other and clawing towards the sky. A split second later, it vanishes, and the mist scatters away from your fingertips like a living creature before slowly flowing back around them like fog. You tense as it brushes back up against your hand and wait for the same lightning effect, but nothing happens. Just placid silence. That's when you notice it. It's deadly, eerily quiet. You don't hear your companions breathing, though you can see them clearly. You can tell that they're not dead. They're just asleep. But there's no noises anywhere, no rodents in the walls, no sounds from the guard patrols outside the window, and no measured creak of footsteps downstairs or the sounds of dishes being cleaned in the galley below. It's just dead silent. Curious, you step over to the window and you feel a breath catch in your throat. The incredible starscape of Jalbar is out in full glory, painted across the blackness like diamonds, but that's not what you find yourself staring at. Above them all, the sun hangs in full eclipse, a blazing white corona outlining one of Jalbar's moons, while the other moon is a piercingly bright sliver illuminated by the corona. Below the sky, you see one structure, far out across the desert sands, leagues and leagues beyond you, you imagine, yet somehow easily visible to your eyes. It's the pyramid, almost shimmering in and out of existence in the slivered moonlight of Jalbar's second moon. One thought fills your mind at the sight of it. Find it. The pyramid shivers and fades. Before you is now the Talev's house, surrounded by its usual patrol of guards. The sight of it raises the hairs on the back of your neck, the slight taste of bile on your tongue. The emotions that drove you to steal your sister's dagger crowd into your mind. They know too much. They'll betray us. Trust no one except your own. You blink, and the house vanishes. Surprised, you glance around, but the house doesn't appear again. Something is gripped in your palm, you realize. You look down and open your hand. 3 bullets lie shining in the low light, glinting. You look back up, and the moon eclipsing the sun is collapsing into blood red, then purple haze, carried on the wind towards you. You step back, wary, and it surges forward in one massive cloud, crashing through the window and into your chest and throwing you back into the floor. You snap awake, expecting to find blankets in the mattress beneath you, but you are standing alone in an alley, fully dressed and in your armor. Your breath is staccatoed, but you can't remember why. Sweat plasters the loose hairs in your braid back to your neck. Frantically, you search your memory for clues, but there's nothing. Far away, you hear the scraping, measured steps of a guardsman patrolling the streets. You stare quickly around in the alley, looking for threats, but no one else is there. You're alone. Gradually, your heart rate slows, and your breathing relaxes into readiness. As you check your armor and equipment to ensure it's all there, you find a small pouch tucked into your ammunition. Pulling it out, it's made of soft, nondescript leather, no identifying markings. Inside, you find 6 bullets, 2 familiar faces, 1 thought in your mind. You know what to do. All right.
I don't know that I do know what to do.
You'll figure it out in a second.
I have 6 bullets.
You do.
I don't know that I know what bullets are.
Okay. That's right, you use the weird charges thing. This information is in your mind. You don't know where it came from, but it's right there. I have to find it, where I put it. I think you're going to be happy. Oh, here it is. You now have in your mind the recognition of a combat boost called the machine gun. You get 1d2 clips per day, which increases with +1 with leveling. But it's a machine gun ability, and you must call it before you attack. 1 successful attack roll gives 3 shots back to back with 3 separate damage rolls, but you only have to roll once. And if you miss, you miss. If you get it, it counts for all 3. All 3 are a hit. You can only target 1 person per attack because it's so rapid. If you're trying to hit multiple, you have to roll again. If they're sharing a square, you roll with advantage because it's fast enough. This is basically just to mitigate for spray. On distances over 5 feet, you must make the sets. So on distances over 5 feet, so if they're adjacent squares, you need to roll with disadvantage. On distances over 10 feet, you must make the attack with a disadvantage, and you will lose 1 shot per extra 5 feet, because just if you spray a machine gun, you're going to miss in between.
Mm-hmm.
You get 2 separate attacks, empties 1 clip, so it's 6 bullets per clip. That's why you have 6. And you must reload the clip at the end. So it's a movement action unless you make an ammo bell or something, and then we can talk about whether it's just a bonus action, and we can figure that out. And those bullets do not carry over. Well, I wasn't supposed to tell you that. Pretend you don't know that. You'll figure that out. But that is the machine gun ability. So any questions with that, I'm gonna send this to you.
How does this work with my Texine crystals? Is this basically just overcharging a crystal?
So I had it so it was just supposed to go into your gun, so it's not like you have to have a separate gun for it. So
Okay, so this is some sort of device that when I put it into my gun, it overcharges the Texine crystal and allows me to fire 3 times before reloading.
yeah, three successive things.
Okay.
And and the Texine crystal, remind me, it's basically just like an energy pack, like you would have in a blaster, right?
Yeah, it's basically just full of magical energy that there's an enchantment on the register that it pushes the magical energy forward into the barrel, which concentrates the energy into a bolt.
Okay, as opposed to having like ammunition. So
Correct.
when I said ammunition, I should have said with your Texine crystals in your pouch.
Okay.
Yeah, so this would. Okay, so I'm gonna rewrite this because it says bullets. But this is this is a magical ability for your gun.
That's awesome. I'm excited. Give me combat, please.
Yeah. I spent a lot of time on this and I was really excited about it. And like you were like sitting there kind of stone faced. I'm like, oh god, oh god, oh god. He doesn't like it.
Sorry.
But I figured this would be fun for you so that you don't have to like build a machine gun. Because I know we talked about that a long time ago. But I'm gonna copy this into a document.
Now I can focus my efforts on building my sniper rifle.
Exactly. All right. Do you want this by text or like how do you want me to send this to you?
You can send it to me on Facebook Messenger.
Okay.
I'm not currently on the computer that I will be using, so.
Okay. I'm gonna have to figure out how to reword this because I did say clips. And a clip is 6 bullets.
I can work with you on it.
So
I understand how my gun is meant to work.
Okay. I think it's probably gonna end up translating to 1d4 attacks per day, so it's 3 of those.
Okay.
Because if you got 2 clips, that's 12 bullets.
So basically every day I have to roll a d4 to determine how many times I'm going to be able to do it?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, but I need to like make sure that I actually have this right. So 2 clips means is the max, means you have 6 bullets. No, sorry. I like cannot think right now. So at max you're gonna have 4 attacks, which means yeah, it's 1d4 attacks per day.
And this just uses 1 charge of my crystals as normal.
Yeah, so once you use this, you can keep moving on with your life as usual.
Cool.
All this will play in later. It's in progress, so there might be some tweaks, but they will be explained if they get tweaked.
Okay.
Okay, so just so you're aware, because this isn't gonna maintain because it won't maintain like the indents and stuff. The A, B, and C are like the main points. The ones are like sub points, and like I, like Roman numerals, are sub points also.
Okay.
I'm gonna send this to you, and then we're gonna bring people back.
I mean, you can attach files if you just want to send me a Word doc.
You say we're back?
That would have been good to know, but I'm not that smart. And also, it wasn't in a Word doc; it was in a Google Doc that is in a whole bunch of other stuff that you may not see. So I can't do that today, but I will keep that in mind because I forgot about that.
Did you say we're back?
Why could you hear that?
I'm sorry. I was having some sound issues with the stream.
Okay.
That's all. I'm sorry.
You already know what's happening, so it's fine.
I do, but I didn't actually hear. I don't have any coherent idea of what was going on. I just accidentally may or may not have played synthesizer in the background.
Smooth.
I know.
Well, it's okay.
Yes.
Hold that thought. All right, Ethan, do you have an idea of what you're supposed to be doing though?
I don't.
Okay.
Oh, yes, I kind of do. I think I understand.
Okay, can you tell me, just repeat it back to me just in case?
I think the Talevs are supposed to die.
That's a pretty good guess. Guess you'll find out. All right.
Is that the sign?
Yes, it is.
Also, did you mean to send that whole thing to all of us?
Shit. Nope. Don't
I
read
mean,
it either.
I don't mind it don't think it matters, but
It doesn't to you, but don't read it because it's not yet. Please don't read it. Sorry, I'm on like crack.
You're on what? Did you say you're on crack?
But
Oh,
that is secret stuff.
Sorry, there we go. I'm muted. I'm unmuted now.
All right.
Everyone back?
Yes, we
Yep.
are. All right. So you all are aware y'all are still asleep, but I didn't want you guys to be sitting here for hours on end because that'd be boring.
Sorry about that.
Is anyone able to pull up? Obviously not Andrew, because you're streaming. But can someone pull up Roll20 and share screen?
I can.
I have it up, but it's just black.
I
Yeah,
have Roll20 up.
I haven't placed people on the map yet. I just want it up so that. Oh, Ethan, you were able to get it up.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay, cool.
Is it supposed to be the map of the crab caves?
It is not. I'm gonna switch you guys over to it shortly. But I was trying to get it up just in case it was gonna crash Ethan's computer, but it doesn't sound like it is going to be.
Oh,
you guys
my
don't-
browser is somewhat working, so we'll see.
Okay, you guys technically don't really need it right now.
Okay.
But
By
you
the
are
way,
welcome.
do you want me to roll my d4 now?
No, because what I gave you, the one clip, that's how much you have for today.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
So, so you have 2 attacks, and then you'll start rolling from then.
Okay.
All right, my fine fellow. I just realized that I forgot to pull out your avatar. That's fine. No. All right. So, Ethan, can you see what is here at this point?
I see a map.
A weird map that you have not seen before, hopefully? With an
Yes.
arrow on it? Okay. So, quick, just for your information, these these streets, those are streets. This is dirt, these are alleys, and these are buildings. And you can just ask me where like entrances are and such like that. And that information goes for all of you. It will be relevant eventually. All right. I forgot to pull out your avatar, so I'm just gonna probably pick something random. I apologize.
Ooh, wait. Which map are we on?
If you reload, it should pop up for you.
All right. We are going to reload. Godspeed.
Yeah, can you give a relapse of what all those colors are supposed to be?
Yes. So the darkish, this dark tan one that I'm highlighting right here.
We don't see you highlighting.
I don't see anything, as a matter of fact.
Do you guys see the ping going off?
No.
I
No.
see black.
I see colored blocks. I see a ping.
Okay, I was on the wrong map.
I see
Andrew, I don't know
nothing.
what is happening with yours because that should have
Abstract
updated.
art.
I would reload.
I already did.
Oh, you know what? No, because you're DM.
Oh.
If you rejoin as a player, it'll
Oh,
automatically.
right. Sure. Is it the City Streets app? My word. Okay, I see it.
Yes. The City Streets one. But if you reload it as a player, I would prefer if you did that. That way you don't accidentally move any of my objects. Because a lot of the objects didn't do
Let's do that.
All right, so tan streets. These are streets. These are buildings. This is dirt / alleyway. Everybody.
Okay.
I think I found it.
Okay.
Awesome.
If you guys have questions later, feel free to let me know. Oh my goodness. I'm really mad that I cannot find this guy. Okay. Ethan, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna make you like Stealth Fighter for right now because
Wait, Ethan, why are you about to die?
I can't. 'Cause I can't.
I don't think you're supposed to know.
Okay.
God,
Alright.
Vinky. Alright.
This is
Here's-
supposed to be under fog of war, but actually it doesn't really matter at this point.
Here's a...
Right, so
Curiosity, is that supposed to be thin?
it is because I can't at the moment I can't remember which avatar is his proper one. I might actually scroll through here while we're talking, and try and find it. So you guys might be people for today. 'Cause I forgot to do that. I apologize. So Ethan, you're standing here. As discussed before, you are alone in an alleyway. You can hear guards a ways away, but you are on your own out here. What would you like to do?
Do I recognize where I am?
You don't recognize this alley immediately, but you can see down over here. This is gonna get dangerous.
Harley, can you mute your mic?
Yep, sorry. Wasn't expecting to be making noise.
You're fine.
Thank you.
If these streets randomly move by mistake because they're on the object layer, bless you, and your fugitive and Luce's butt and your coronavirus self. If you
Did you
look
just try
down,
to bless my coronavirus?
yes. Don't question it. You can see down the alleyway that this is you vaguely recognize this street, but you're not entirely sure.
Then I'm gonna head down to that street. Can I roll a stealth check?
Yes, you very well may.
Can I get somebody to roll a d20 for me? I don't have my,
I got you.
my dice.
That's not working.
8.
You rolled an 8,
Yes.
so that is a stealth of 15.
That's still really nice. All right.
So I'm just gonna head down towards the road here, stick into the shadows, trying to figure out where I am.
All right. So you head straight down, just writing down your stealth roll. Ugh, I hate roll 20. I really do. So you creep down to here, and you glance around the corner, and while you're still not entirely familiar with this street, you do recognize, casting a glance further down over here, you recognize pretty quickly the main thoroughfare that you've passed. Looking around and behind, there's more buildings like back past over here, but if you look up and out from where you are, looking out this way, you do realize that you don't see the wall anymore in any directions. At least not immediately.
So I'm pretty far away from the inn.
You would guess you're pretty sure. Your sense of direction tells you that that the inn is somewhere back behind you. Yes.
Okay. Do I know where I am in relation to where I'm supposed to be going? I don't know how much I'm allowed to say.
I think people will figure it out. It'll be fun that way. You're not far from it. You figure walking, if you went straight down the main thoroughfare, you'd be there in about a couple minutes. And you figured, honestly, the building that you're looking for is a pretty low building. It's 1 story.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of hard to see from here, but you figure if you're standing on the main thoroughfare, you could probably, if you like climbed up on one of like the 2-story buildings, you could probably see it pretty not too far from you in the distance.
Okay.
Okay, as you're standing there, that is not the avatar that I want at all. Never mind. Why is all this so unnecessarily ridiculous? Here we go. This does not make any sense. As you're standing there, you do hear the footsteps from further away. It's very quiet out here, so it's easy for you to hear over distances, but you hear the footsteps of a guard starting to approach, and it's a ways away from you, but you think that you catch a glimpse of a torchlight burning from several feet away. You duck back behind the building out of sight. And what do you want to do? I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Can I come around to here? Come on. Ping for me. There.
You may. All right.
And
As
just
you-
kind of like
Mhm.
look down this alley to be able to watch for when they go by.
I'm gonna stick you here. A few moments pass, and you're measuring. Average speed of a man is 2 miles per hour, right?
2 to 6.
2 miles per hour. That's not gonna help me at all. It doesn't take very long, but before you see this guard walk past you, going this way. I don't know if you can see that. Kind of walking in measured steps. So, let's do some very fast math. 5280 feet is a mile, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's 200ths of a mile per hour. Wait. He's gonna be there in 1 minute. Let's just say that. Probably
Okay.
less than that. It's 125 feet. I just can't math that fast. So he's about here. What would you like to do?
I have not seen him go by yet.
Okay. No, he's there.
All right.
you-
As soon as I see him go by, I would like to duck out of this alley here and go down to the thoroughfare.
Okay. All right.
Maintaining stealth.
All right. So you are going. Ping where you want to go again, just so I can try and visually remember that.
So I want to go down to here.
Mhm.
As soon as I see him go by, confirm that I'm not going to be seen, like nobody's looking directly in my direction, and then I want to go back out to the main thoroughfare.
You're gonna go here, standing there. All right. You glance around and you see him. And again, there's more straight down this way. You see him walk by, the torchlight still burning. His eyes are gazing around, but you're hiding just behind that corner of the wall. He takes another step, still facing in that direction. Actually, his avatar might not be facing the correct direction, so we're going to go like that, and hopefully his head is now pointing in the right direction. And
Can I ask a question briefly?
over here, 1 sec. Over where are we trying to be, like there or like down the corner?
I wanted to get around the corner down to about here. Yeah.
Perfect. Yes, Tasha.
Is there any reason that the rest of us have headphones on, or can I go make a cup of tea with no repercussions?
You're welcome to do so.
Because not sure why you had us put headphones on if it's still just Ethan doing something.
Because I wanted you guys to be aware. And because then
Stuff our characters wouldn't be aware of.
I want you guys to be aware so that when you guys get dropped in, you're not completely lost as to what's going on. All right, so you are now over here. And
Okay.
as you're doing that, because this guy is now heading off screen, you now hear another set of steps. Oi. Let's get the knight. That's a different guy. That's cool.
By the way, you said the inn is straight down on this map?
No, the inn is back behind you. So
Okay.
you're moving down this direction. Oh, and I can give you an update on that. But the inn is back behind you.
Okay.
So here's this guy. You see you hear another guard coming from behind, on the same loop. So as you are now standing in the main thoroughfare, you gaze down, relatively unobstructed, other than like this weird little schmoopy thing over here, and you see somewhere in the distance. You think that you see the corner of the building that you're heading towards.
Okay.
You still got a bit of a ways.
Trying to figure out how I can get a signal to my party.
Okay.
Do I see anyone that's not a guard around, like anyone out for a late night stroll or anything?
No, and you look up, and from where the moon is placed, you think it's a little bit past midnight. It is like dead quiet out here. The patrols are you can hear footsteps from most directions, not like multiple. It sounds like it keeps sounding like just one set of footsteps every time that you pick something up. But it doesn't seem like anyone is out in the streets. Most of the houses, there are no lights on. Occasionally, there's like one candle burning in like an upper window.
Do
But
I know of any reason why I would get in trouble for being out in the streets at night?
not necessarily, no.
And my supposedly destination, is in the opposite direction from the inn.
Yes.
I guess I just start heading down the thoroughfare
Okay.
towards my destination.
Okay. So
Still racking my brain to find a way to send a message to the inn.
Okay. Are you continuing to stealth?
Yes.
Okay. Just keep an eye on the map because I am trying to make this as like real time as I possibly can. This guy over here literally cannot like go any further. I can't make him go off the map, but he's not there for right now. So you continue walking down this way. I'm going to say you should. I don't understand why these guys insist on dropping in like off of somebody's like corner of the roof. Why does it do that? So you get past here. This guy's moving here. And at this point, you can hear that you're getting closer to footsteps that are moving this direction. Here. This is why I want this to be like a video game. Make it really cute. I was kind of moving you in 10-foot blocks. If anything, you want to change any of your behavior, let me know.
Okay. I would like to stop where I am.
Okay.
I'd like to pull out a sheet of paper.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to write given vision, destination confirmed, dagger. Fold up the paper and write Cervena Elim on it. And see if I can catch a guard.
Okay. You stand there. I'm actually since you're having an interaction, I was gonna say like roll initiative just so I can move people in a more reasonable manner. That's all right. So as you're standing there, this guy comes around the corner. He turns to you. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Do you know if it's possible for me to send a message? It is rather urgent, but I cannot take it myself.
Is everything all right?
There is an emergency that has come up that my sister must be made aware of. Our mother and father may be in danger. Nothing that the guard need to be involved with, but
Are they in the city here? Sorry,
no,
I forgot my accent. I see. Are you in any sort of particular danger at this moment?
I am not.
You notice that just being aware this guard has stopped and is now watching this interaction. I see. And I assume this is a message that you would rather not wait until the morning.
Correct. I have some contacts in the city that I am trying to get a hold of, and I must expedite the process.
Very well. He kind of gives you a wry look. May I assume that you are asking if one of the guards can carry this message?
I am not necessarily asking for guards to carry it, but asking if there's a messenger service that can be employed at this time of night, or if you know of carrier pigeons, etc.
Where is this message going exactly?
What is the name of the inn? We had decided something. I'm just gonna tell him the name of the inn.
Thank you. I don't
A
understand
hole in the
why
wall?
No, it
he
wasn't that.
described it as
Is
that.
that what would
It
just be call it?
So
that
was
the
it like the
sleeping serpent?
Desert Sunrise or something like that?
One of them was a sleeping serpent.
The sleeping
Oh.
serpent is the other one, the super shady one
That's
that we
our-
keep telling everyone we're at, but we're not actually.
Okay, then I think it might be Desert Serpent.
Well, I think it's the sleeping viper, isn't it?
It's the sleeping viper.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's the only one I ever remember because we just call it the inn. I'm a really bad DM. I don't remember anything. All right, so tell me. Only this once because this message because the inn is not very far away. Do you need an escort to where you are? May I ask what your business is out in the streets at this time of night?
I am trying to find a friend of mine that lives in the city. I don't need an escort. I know where they live.
Okay.
I would appreciate if you could keep this a secret. I'm already, and I hold up the piece of paper and I say I've already encoded my message for my sister. I don't want any prying eyes.
Okay. Can you please make a bluff check with advantage just because he has a general level of you don't seem threatening.
Yeah. Tasha, can you roll with advantage? Make it good, please.
All right. Because this interaction
16.
18.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, this guy's gonna keep moving on. You notice, and this guy's
Okay.
also gonna. He's gonna step. Understood. Again, only this once. The guard does not carry your pigeons. We are usually only using an absolute dire emergency. So please, we have had way too many people passing their love letters along. You! He shouts up to this guy, and this guy starts walking down. He mutters. They start talking in their own, in what you guess and recognize from the general public as Jolbari. The man nods and turns to you. I will deliver your message for you. If you don't mind, if I wait only a few moments for my companion to come and finish the same loop, if I'm going to be deviating.
Of course.
All right. You guys wait a couple moments, and after a bit, this you'd guess 5-ish minutes. This little dude comes wandering into the way. Oh man, did I put 2 in the same person? I think I did. This guy's going to. The one guard explains this guy has now moved off. And this one heads off in the direction of the inn.
With my message.
Yes, with your message.
Okay.
At this point, these guys have traded positions. He's now off out there. And this guy is heading over here, and it's also facing the wrong direction. All right. Following the message being delivered, are you just continuing on?
Yeah, I'm gonna go down to my destination, and I'm gonna see if I can find an alleyway across the street from it, and I'm gonna hunker down and just keep watch.
Okay.
Start trying to study guard patterns, like how many people are around, what the landscape looks like to be able to find good routes in and out. Just studying everything I can.
Okay. So Gabrielle was not very smart, and she only made one map. So I'm gonna have you start imagining things a little bit. But an alleyway would not be hard to find. You head
Okay.
down the main thoroughfare, and you do see a familiar building, the Talev's one-story house. Are you freaking kidding me? Okay, good. It's Philadelphia. It's not somebody I actually have to talk to. If that was work, I was gonna be really mad. It's got to be 9 o'clock. You see the familiar one-story sprawl of the Talev's house. It's a very large building, as you recognize once again. and there are the usual guards that you saw outside in the front. I forgot to tell you, the only parts that you remember, I'm gonna message you something, actually. It won't change what was in your message though. So you're standing there, and you notice once again the typical patrol. There is one guard who is always at standing watch in front of the gate. Do you need me to wait?
No, it's okay. My mom was talking to me.
Okay. So there's one guard posted at the front gate at all times, but there are two who are constantly looping back and forth along the street, kind of like the Tower of London guards always do. I think it's the Tower of London. The ones with the top hats.
Yeah, okay. I
I don't
understand
remember
what you
where
mean.
they are. Thank you. Just walking back and forth. So there is always surveillance on this front gate. However, without moving from your hiding spot, which I am going to have you make another stealth check. Should have done that first.
Alright.
I guess Tasha. Have Tasha make another stealth check if you don't mind.
I can start using a roller.
Never use roller. Rollers will screw you every time. I was like, wait,
14. Sorry, I forgot I was muted.
That is a 21.
nice.
I like Tasha's dice.
Tasha likes Tasha's dice too.
Okay. This die is like on the verge of going to dice jail because it's terrible. But
No,
we're
no,
gonna
keep
do it.
using that die.
Yeah, I don't exactly have a reason to want you to get caught right now anyway. So from when you're from you can see that this house is set off of the main thoroughfare a bit, but there is another major street kind of running parallel like this one over here, like this one on this map, that it's set even further back from. But as the street goes past, there is one alleyway that runs back down the side of the house. And
Okay.
there is like there's a gate. There's like a wall around it, around the house. It's not very high. So that one guard was standing at the gate in the wall, but it's about at like a 7-foot wall. It's not ridiculously high, mostly just enough to make it difficult for intruders. So you see alleys on either side, and every couple of minutes, actually, B2 going this way. They're going at a regular pace. It's probably going to take about 50 to 5 minutes for both of them to go around. Or you'd say every 3 minutes, you see a guard come up to the edge of each alley, turn around, and head back around. And
Okay.
it's not the same guard each time.
They swap back and forth.
Yeah, so like one's going so you see them kind of going it this way. So you'll see guard on the left show up on the other side after 3 minutes, and around the same time, the other guy comes around.
Okay. Oh, excuse me.
So you assume that they're meeting in the middle somewhere back there.
Yeah. Okay. I have an idea.
Okay.
I'm just going to chill where I am and wait for my message to be received.
Okay. All right. So it only took you like a couple minutes to keep walking there. You wait for about 5-10 minutes. The guards continue walking. The moons shift a little higher in the sky, and one begins to start. It's 8 to start. It's travel towards the whatever direction the moon goes on. Not smart. The west, the east, wherever
West.
it goes. Okay, thank you. I don't know things. As you all
Assuming that
address-
the astronomical occurrences in this world are the same as Earth.
Yes, I'm going to be a doctor, not an astronomer. That's the only thing I can say.
Okay, Jim.
Thanks, dude. As you all are lying asleep, What's everybody's passive perception that's back at the inn? Everybody that's not then, basically. What'd you say?
I said, oh, never mind. I had sat up to go look at my passive perception, but then you said everyone who isn't then.
No, I said everyone who's not then.
Oh, then.
Thenmere.
And-
Stupid rhyming names.
Yeah.
Listen, Andrew's been calling him then, and it's been like driving me insane.
Passive
So I just
perception
can't
would
understand.
be just our perception without a roll.
It's 10 plus
Plus
your
10.
perception bonus.
So my passive perception is 9.
15.
Nice.
Don't know where Harley is. Or Andrew.
I don't know where they are, but my guess is that they don't have anything higher than 15. So I'm gonna say that you're able to hear this. From where you are sleeping, then you hear someone enter deep below and ring a small bell that it's that clear sound that makes you suddenly open your eyes awake. What?
It's
the
the belly.
It's
It's
the
the
belly.
cat belly.
But I can see his butthole, so it's close enough.
Yes, that's your belly.
Is he just like
Thank
posing
you.
like that? Wow.
He just sleeps like that, yeah.
It's a big cat.
That's a
He
pose.
really is. He's huge. And I think he got fatter while I was away. I think my cat sitter fed him more than I usually do, because I swear he's chunkier than he was when I left.
Chonk.
Chonk.
Yes,
I
that's
like
you.
'em chunky.
You got chunky.
I like 'em. All right. So, Savannah.
Sorry.
No, you're good. That was not like a pay attention to me. No, I just need to not get distracted by Madagascar. So you hear the clear sound of the bell being rung below, and your eyes open quickly. Beneath you hear the bell ring again, and the voice of what you assume to be the innkeeper grumbling out in muffled tones, and then get a little bit clearer.
Any sleep tonight? Ugh.
You hear the voices begin to exchange down below. It sounds like a slightly heated interaction, and then you hear the steps creaking as someone walks up. The footfalls seem pretty heavy, and you think you hear the clink of and squeak of leather under metal armor.
Linda's gonna slip out of bed and get her knives ready.
Okay.
She doesn't know what to expect.
As you stand there barefoot with a pair of daggers in your hand, someone knocks on the door.
Yes, I'll open it.
You
Does
open
wake
it. and-
anybody else up in this room?
Most likely. I don't know who is this. All the
It's
girls.
the girls' room, yeah.
Yeah. At this point, Amari and Mari, Azalea, and Clover. I don't know where Harley is, but it doesn't really matter. I guess are all gonna sit up. Who in the world is knocking at this time of night?
That's a great question. Maybe we can let him answer.
Yeah. Go ahead.
What?
Do you open the door, or are you just?
I said I did.
Okay. Are you Savannah? Is anyone in this room
Yes.
Savannah?
I'm Stravena. What do you
Your bro-
want?
Your brother
At
had
freaking 3 in the morning.
Your brother requested that I bring this message to you, and also it's only a little bit past midnight.
My brother? Where is my brother?
Out in the city.
Thank you. Have a good night.
He kind of pushes the door.
Mm,
Do I have cause to be alarmed?
I don't know. I haven't gotten to read the damn thing yet.
I will be waiting
My
downstairs.
brother is bad at keeping himself out of trouble.
I will be waiting downstairs. Please let me. If you do
No
not
reason
come down
why.
and tell me that something is not an issue, I will in the next 5 minutes or so. I am going to go out and look for him. I appreciate
Understood.
your
Thank you.
I appreciate you being candid and honest. He gives you a half bow and heads back down the stairs. Kind of, you hear him grumbling under his breath.
Ben starts swearing vilely and opens up the letter.
Should I get my armor on?
I don't know. Can you remind me what the letter says?
It says, "Vision given, destination confirmed, dagger."
and starts swearing even worse.
Please tell me
It's
he's
like a
not doing what I
string
think
of
he's doing.
profanities.
Oh. Not the nicest word choices. Please tell me he's not doing what I think he's doing.
I think he's doing exactly what you think he's doing.
Oh dear. Should I stay here? Do I need to come?
I don't know.
How about we wake up the others? Maybe that'll help.
Okay, tell you what, you guys wake up the others and maybe come after me, and I'm going to run.
You're going to what?
I'm running. I'm
Okay.
going to go see if I can get him out of trouble before he gets himself killed.
Okay.
God.
What have you done to me, Gabrielle?
I gave you a head start is what I gave to you, and you blew the head start.
Your sister is very much thinking of knocking you over the head.
Smart. Whoa.
What was that?
Probably somebody messing with the Wi-Fi. My brother is always dissatisfied.
Oh,
You good? Can you hear me?
yeah. Sorry, everything went black there for a minute.
Oh, for everybody?
For me, at least. Everybody's stuff went black.
That's very strange.
Did that to me too. I'm concerned now.
That didn't happen to me.
Coronavirus has gotten into the internet, guys! We're all gonna die!
No, see, it's just Google Hangout servers having an issue.
Probably.
It's coronavirus in the internet, Ethan. I know it is.
That's
No,
just what
it
Google
changed my
wants you to
mind.
think. Industrial military complex, something like that. They're out to get your souls from your hard drive.
Then is gonna
Let's,
grab the gear and run. Or, I guess she will sedately walk out of the inn, tell the guard that everything is fine, thank you for delivering the letter, get out of sight, and then we'll run.
Okay, so you head down. So I'm sorry, and what? So you told him to get out of sight?
No, I said,
No.
dear God, no. I said, thank you for delivering the letter, basically.
Should I be following you?
Probably not.
Roll a diplomacy check.
Diplomacy?
Yeah, you told him. Well, you started swearing and saying that he's getting in trouble, and now you're saying everything's fine.
Wouldn't that be bluff?
Okay, whichever one you want to roll. You didn't seem like you were lying. You're not technically lying. You're just telling him, don't get I can handle this myself, which technically you can. You're not really lying, so I'm actually gonna hold to diplomacy.
That's a 6.
Neat.
This does not please me. Your brother did not seem in any way threatening, but what exactly are you worried about? We can go together. If you are worried about waiting, I will walk with you and you can explain.
I honestly don't have a lot of context here, but he's my little brother, and I worry about him a lot. So getting any sort of message at 3 in the morning is a little concerning. Sorry, just past midnight. So I really don't know if there's much of a reason to be concerned, except for the fact that I'm paranoid.
Do you have any sort of idea where he might be going?
Not really. Where did you find him?
He was in the main thoroughfare. He was walking due south of here. And that he was looking for a friend in the city. And was worried about your parents or something?
I'm going to be honest with you here. I'm really not sure what he's doing. I sincerely hope he's not drunk.
I'll walk with you. And if the situation does not seem to require a soldier's interference, then
I can walk to where he was, but I wouldn't know where to find him otherwise.
It is my duty as a guardsman of this city to ensure that whatever this potential threat is, I need to make sure I follow up on it. So I apologize for the inconvenience, but I will need to accompany you until we are able to locate him.
And if we're not? Can I get back to my sleep?
If we cannot find them and you determine that it is no longer an issue, you are welcome to go. I'm not going to hold you, but the guards will be out looking for him to ensure that
If it makes you feel better, our parents do not live in this city.
Nonetheless, he said that he was looking for a friend of yours in the city.
I don't know who he's talking about.
How about we walk and we try and figure out? I know where I last saw him. We should. The guards. He was not sneaking around, so other guards have seen him and will likely have seen him on their patrols.
Fine, let's just go.
Good.
By the way, at the 30-minute mark from when the guard took my message and left, after getting a good idea of the guards patrols around the Talev's location, I would like to start trying to climb a tall building within eyesight of the compound.
Okay.
Like a building that's taller than the wall.
Okay. I'm gonna say you're probably closer to like the 15-20 minute mark.
Okay.
At this point, like at this moment, as this conversation is happening.
Okay. About 20 to 30 minutes, so whenever.
Okay. You cast around. So Ven, are you just going out with him? Everybody. So yes. And then
What?
I'm sorry, I'm just bouncing between a couple things because I forgot that people were getting woken up upstairs. You're just going out with the guard.
We'll go out with the guard.
Okay.
Try to find some way to shake him. Doesn't look super obvious.
Okay. Were you sleeping in your armor?
Yes.
Okay.
My armor is effectively clothes.
Okay, cool. That is good to know. As you guys
Remember,
head
it's like 3/4 spandex.
I was right, you have the spider silk bodysuit. I forgot about
Yeah.
that. Oh my gosh. So many bad memories. So many bad. It's PTSD inducing. Long story. The other group that was ridiculous and gay. The guy basically was like wearing the suit and was like, oh my god. Basically, think Lady Gaga. But
What?
Rob, when he had this
Oh, yes,
basically
Rob.
acted like Lady Gaga the entire time.
Yes.
It was
Yes, I remember that.
pretty entertaining and horrifying.
Gabrielle, check Facebook Messenger.
I don't understand your question. That's not what
Is
I
it
meant.
is the
I'm
word
sorry.
supposed to be get or take?
Yes, take. Sorry.
Okay.
I think I was probably talking while typing that. That's my bad. Sorry. All right. Upstairs, Francis and Felix. And that's it. Francis and Felix, you find yourselves being woken by Azalea, shaking your shoulders. I don't know if she's still there. I'm sorry.
Hang on, I can message her.
Yeah, she should probably be around because you guys need to make some decisions. But you guys find yourselves being shaken awake by Azalea. Guys, wake up! We need to wake up. Where's Thenmir?
So eloquent.
Okay, that's what we thought.
Taikangaard?
Thenmir who?
Okay.
Oh,
So Azalea,
great.
Harley, I'm talking for you, but I'll explain in a second. Thenmir disappeared, and we now need to figure out what's going on. And I think.
Oh yeah, I should have told him where to go, shouldn't I?
That would have been fantabulous, Tasha.
Sorry.
I don't know what to do exactly because Ven just went running after them, and I think there was a guard that may have gone too. I don't know.
They do know my intentions.
They probably do.
Wait, does the rest of the group?
I don't think so.
You pulled
I don't
Ven
think we were
aside
there.
for that part of the conversation.
Yeah.
That's true. You are the only one who actually knows.
No, when we were having that tussle
don't
when I
know.
tried to steal the dagger,
You're right.
I was telling you they have to die.
Do the tussle.
You're right.
Yeah, we all left the room. We were all like, we're just gonna let those two do that, and went into the other room.
So I think we probably know like the very basic. Savannah seemed legally mad. Harley, I'm sorry. Savannah seemed really mad, and
Okay.
and she has some
Mad
letter.
would probably not have been actually the right.
Furious.
No,
Righteously
terrified.
Furious.
Terrified would have
She
been.
seemed really scared, and I don't know what the letter said, but Stenmir disappeared and he was talking a lot about the Tlebs and people needing to die, and honestly, I'm putting two and two together, and it doesn't look good. I don't know what we're supposed to do.
Have fun picking up from where she just left off there, Harley.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to take a phone call.
You're fine. Do you need like a recap? Basically, the only thing that you know is that you were woken up by a guard in the girls' room. You guys were woken up by a guard delivering a letter to Savannah that she read, started swearing and like panicking. Not necessarily panicking, but she seemed absolutely terrified, went downstairs. And
Ven looked rattled.
Yeah. And said something about, oh, like, I hope my brother's not doing something stupid.
Stupid.
Here.
And
then
said,
went
get the
downstairs.
others up
Okay.
and come after us, and then ran out.
Cool.
And on my bed, did not tell you where to go.
Oops.
And
It's fine.
I apologize for that.
I also like don't know where you were planning on telling them to go anyway.
Okay.
Nobody really knows where to go except for the guard, and he's just gonna go back to where.
I think Ven knows where she was supposed to go, but Ven's
That's
not
fair.
going to go there with the guard.
Yeah.
Ven's going to try and
Sorry
lose
for
the
my
guard.
disappearance.
How dare you take a phone call?
My
Okay.
sister.
Letting real life
Hey!
get in the way of the game? Harley.
My God.
My sister comes
Unacceptable.
before nearly everything. It's
Wow.
That,
Unacceptable. Alright, so
Ooh, that actually would have been a good idea.
people
well.
upstairs, what are you guys doing?
I'm putting on my pants to start off.
good place to start. I'm gonna
Yeah.
not
Francis, you now have your pants on. Most days, if you don't tell me that, I have just assumed that you are running around buck naked, because that's just how Francis do.
No, I mean, you know,
Beyond putting on your pants, what are you guys doing?
put on my armor.
Dude, we're trying to get out of here sometime before midnight.
Alright, so tugging on our armor. What supplies do we have packed?
That is a you guys question. I do not know.
Clover packed everything.
Yeah, Clover packed everything. So do we do DM? Is it okay to trust that Clover got everything that we deem important? Like, remember correctly, it was like food for 3 days for each of us.
We didn't go shopping for that yet.
Oh no.
Clover saved up leftovers from downstairs. She ordered extra meals.
I do remember something like that happening. I think that was something that Andrew said that Clover was doing when he got back to the inn. Okay, so assuming that you should have your supplies, or that you have the food. What specifically are you asking me?
I'm basically asking how ready to go are we? On like a scale of 1 to 10, like we can dive off the roof of this sucker and be
you
okay
have
for a while.
And die from the fall damage?
yeah.
Dang it.
You
I
guys
don't have that many.
yeah, you guys have everything that you packed before, minus anything that you took out
Okay, cool.
to sleep tonight.
All right, thanks.
So like your bedrolls are probably out. Anything that you usually sleep with, or would have eaten before you went to bed. All that is likely there.
All right, good deal.
Anybody doing anything?
I'm going to ask Azalea, is there anything else that she remembers?
You know, I don't really remember anything. I have a sudden amnesia. I mean, I said what I remember, and that's about it.
All right, let's go talk to the innkeeper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe,
That's a good idea.
maybe they mentioned something.
She looked pretty scared, so I feel like we should try to get moving as quickly as we can, because I don't know what's...
All right.
Yeah,
let's
we
go.
should definitely gather information, but we should also move quickly and gather information.
All right.
Okay.
Everything at once right now.
All right. Folks
Yes.
upstairs. If
Because
anybody's
I also
opposed,
don't know where she went, so
all right. It's okay. All right.
we
So
need to figure that out too.
I will go talk to the innkeeper unless there's somebody who feels more comfortable doing that.
Felix.
I mean, sure.
Boy, go talk to the innkeeper.
All right, I'll go down to talk to the innkeeper while the adults figure out what we're doing.
All right.
This isn't backwards at all.
I am going to start assigning people packs to carry and tell people to start getting their bedrolls up.
Okay.
I'm probably being very bossy right now, but you know what?
There's a lot of eye
Tell your
rolling.
mother about it, and then it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yes.
All
Make
right.
this one long, my mother quote.
You
My mother said that you should get this and this.
know, my mother said that if
Never
somebody
leave the house.
So Clover and Felix and and Azalea and Francis, you guys are, running around, and Amari are all getting yourselves ready to go, getting armor back on if you weren't sleeping in it, and getting yourselves up and going. The cat and the fox are running around between the two rooms, kind of hissing and grumbling and complaining. Felix, you head downstairs to where you assume the innkeeper would be, and you find that the innkeeper is no longer in sight. It looks like you see a candle sitting on the counter on the bar right there, and it looks like it was just blown out. Probably somebody just went back to bed. But there is a little silver bell on the desk. It's not the bar, the desk, sorry. There's a little bell sitting there that with a sign that says ring for assistance.
I'll start ringing it vigorously.
It sounds like an Indian call apparently. I'm really good at this. You hear a lot of muffled swearing, and somebody stomps back out, and you recognize the innkeeper. What? You've already woken me once. Oh, you're different. What can I do? What is it?
I was just wondering, what was going on with the guards coming through, because that was one of our companions. We didn't know where he is. What do you know?
I don't know anything. Some guard came in here, said that he had a message for Cervena from her brother or something like that. Has to know where you were staying. I told him it was upstairs. They came down, started talking and something about her brother being in trouble, and she's not sure where he is. And he said that he was going to go with her. That's all I know. And then I left because I would like to sleep at some point this evening.
Well, you can sleep later.
What?
Thank you.
Speak
There's
up, boy.
nothing else
What
you
did
know?
you say?
There's nothing else you know about the situation?
No. I was asleep. I didn't even see the boy leave. Whoever this brother is of hers.
Okay. Thank you.
Can I do anything else for you? Or is someone else going to come down and also wake me again?
Someone will probably come wake you again. Don't bother going to sleep. I'm gonna go upstairs.
Nice.
You hear him just cursing profusely. And after you hear him start to go back down the hallway and then come back with just grumbling and like plonk down into one of the chairs. You head back up. Thenmir, before we keep going with that. Thenmir, it's been about 25-30 minutes at this point.
Okay.
You climb back up. You find a building of reasonable size. None of the buildings here are ever higher than like 3 feet at most. So
Wait, what? What?
Shut up. 3 stories. I hate you. Don't
Okay.
Read
I
Gabrielle
was
feet.
so very confused.
hate all of you so much. Yes, all the buildings are 3 feet. You're now a minion. You're the size of an ant. And that's what you get for questioning. No, okay. The 3 stories high. but there are no buildings that hide nearby you. All the ones close by, within a reasonable sight line of the compound, are about 2 stories. You climb up, and you have a pretty good vantage point at this point. You rolled a pretty good stealth, so I'm not gonna make you reroll or anything. But you are able to easily find like a ladder along one side of one of the buildings. You clamber up onto the roof and lay down on your stomach. And what were you looking for? I'm sorry.
I wanted, once I was up high enough to see, I wanted to see if I could, like, get a sight line into any windows, see if I could see any movement inside the house.
Okay. Generally a story, about 8 feet. You can see over the wall at this point. You can see the house sitting a few feet back from the wall. You don't see any lights in the windows from where you are. The house looks to be quiet. A ways in towards the house, you do notice that there seems to be a courtyard. You can't really see from this vantage point anything going on inside it. But you think you see the glimmer of another torch within it. But you can't really quite tell what's happening there. But the house itself seems empty.
Okay.
Or at least, not empty. It seems like there's no one awake or coming in and out.
Interesting. I'm gonna wait for the proper gap in the guard routes, and as soon as I see an opening, I'm gonna run for the wall. Try to jump over it.
Okay. Which gap where exactly? Because there is
So-
still that guard at the front gate, and then the one guard going back and forth in front. So there's always somebody facing, like at the front, like from where you were, like at the front of the building, there's always somebody outside that wall. And then there's the 2 guys on that opposite loop on the sides. So where are you trying to get in from?
Over the sidewall.
Okay. Where you are on this building, you're still pretty much directly in line with you're a little bit shifted off center from the front of the house, so you might have to go around an alley or so to get
Okay.
back. As you're sitting up there and looking around and trying to figure out where best to come in, you start to hear footsteps behind you. And these ones you've been listening and you know what, and you've been hearing like other guards patrolling on the main thoroughfare. But this seems a little too soon. This seems a little too quick for that one guard to be coming back so rapidly. And you're thinking that you're hearing voices, but you're not quite sure where from. What do you want to do, really quickly? And then
Immediately drop back down onto the roof that I was on. Like, just drop down onto my stomach and create a low profile and just wait. Because this is a change in the routine.
Okay. All right. Cervena and guard number 1. At this point, you guys have been kind of walking at a brisk walk. The guard hasn't said anything else. He's already given you his information unless you make conversation. He's not going to speak up. He leads you for a little ways.
Vena's gonna ask him lots and lots of pointed questions about her brother's demeanor. Did he seem confused? Was he drunk? All like kind of making it sound like there might be something off about her brother.
He did not seem inebriated at all. He simply asked that we would pass the message along, and he seemed... your brother does not exactly exude tons of emotion. He highlighted the urgency of the message, but he gave no indication of being drunk or confused or anything like that.
Well, you wouldn't recognize the confused, would you? Sorry, he's special.
What?
Well
It's a long
played.
shot. My brain is fried. I'm not coming up with much better right
Please,
now.
please tell me what you said again, because I was stupid and I ate a chip.
Special.
Oh my gosh.
She's trying to
guy-
imply that her brother had a head injury or something like that.
They're gonna kind of look at you a little bit funny.
He was dropped when he was young.
I suppose everyone's special in their
No, like
way.
he took a whack on his head when we were kids, and now he gets confused sometimes, which leads to him getting into trouble. Look, I didn't want to have to say this.
Around.
He look. Do you know what I'm getting at?
No, I'm sorry. He's at this point. He's gonna stop walking and kind of
He
just look
got
at you.
whacked on the head as a child. It messed with
Oh,
his
that's
head, and now sometimes he gets confused and thinks things are happening even if they aren't.
Your point being, I assume that you think that whatever he is talking about is not actually happening, but
I think it's entirely possible. I don't know. But
make a bluff check with advantage.
Hee. Okay, what's my modifier? It's been a long time.
Tee-hee.
Don't fall dice. Oh god, math. 25. What was that little laugh for?
You're such a good liar.
Thank you, I tried.
Okay, I should probably roll. Make sure that I actually do believe you and didn't get a natural 20.
Watch, you will.
The guard kind of looks you up and down and like worries at his lip. Are you absolutely sure that whatever this is not? What do you mean get into trouble?
I mean, he gets confused. He wanders off. He
Yes.
sometimes wanders into rough taverns and talks to the wrong people because he doesn't realize that.
But I'm what I'm asking you, I understand that your brother becomes confused, but is he going to do something rash where I need to be concerned about either his safety or the safety of the citizens of this city?
He never has in the past. Sorry, you froze there for a second.
He hasn't said anything else.
No, like you actually froze.
Yeah, no, but he didn't. You didn't miss anything.
He never has in the past, but I get worried when he wanders off. There were a couple bad times when we were younger.
I understand. You are absolutely certain that he is going to be fine, and you are certain that you can handle this.
He never. I've been taking care of him for a while now. If you see him, don't like hurt him or anything. Just try and calm him down and get him back to the inn, okay?
Understood. Your name is Cervena, correct?
Yes. Yes.
All I ask is that when you find him, please alert the guards immediately that you have found him, so that we know that everything is all right. Do not hesitate to call a guard the moment something. I understand that he is your brother. We will not hurt him, but if you are in a situation that is going to put my people, our citizens at risk, you are obligated to come in to call a guard and get us involved.
Yeah, if I think something's growing funny, I'll call you. Thank you.
Superiors are not going to like this.
Sorry, what was
I
that?
know. He mutters to himself, my superiors are not going to like this.
I don't like this. Thank you for your help. I'll come find you once I find him, or start screaming if I need help.
Yes, you don't have to break your neck to find me specifically. Just inform one of the guardsmen, and they will pass the message along. Good evening.
Can I ask your name, just for safety's sake, so I can make sure that the information gets back to you?
Yes, Alim.
Thank you, Alim. Alim, who's talking to Surrender, Elam.
I forgot that was your last name.
Second first name, I guess, but
Okay.
Weirder things have happened.
Still kind of hesitating. He falters a little
can
bit, and then
you ask if any of the guards know where he went?
I was the last.
Okay, gosh, I understand.
Actually, I take that back. I was. This is where I last saw him. I don't know where.
I'll see if I can go track him down in some of the usual spots.
Right. Actually, one moment. At this point, you do see one of the guards coming down. You guys are right about here.
Oh god, maps.
And you see this one. Now I did what I knew I was gonna do. Yeah, you see this guy coming down. Yes. Shoot. I was really hoping I would be able to come up with something quickly. I did not. You. The young man that was here. Did you see which way he went? The other guard nods. Yes, he proceeded after our conversation and went further south into the city. I did not see him from there. He seemed fine.
Thank you very much.
Good. He nods to you and finally walks off, heading down.
Then we'll give the guard who was with her a little bow and say, thank you so much for your help. Alim.
You're welcome, Savannah. He heads off down this direction.
I will head off towards the Talev's place.
Okay.
In a slightly roundabout way, if possible.
Okay. Fenmir.
Yes.
You don't quite make a perception check for me, actually.
Don't mind me.
You're good.
Ah, come on. Freaking roller.
I can roll for you, you know. I'll understand if you don't trust me after that diplomacy check, but...
No, please do.
Normal roll?
Did you roll already?
Yes. No,
What
I
was your roll?
didn't. I can't get the roller to work.
12.
Okay.
12, then 12.
Okay, so 12.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't with any sort of advantage. So what's your total?
12.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I have no
forgot your roll.
perception modifier.
Okay. The voices behind you are relatively muffled, but you think, from further away, you think you hear your sister's voice? You're not entirely sure. It's a bit of a distance. You can't at all make out what they're saying, but the cadences do sound familiar.
Okay.
Alright, what do you want to do?
I'm still
Mighty.
waiting. Because I was gonna make an advance, but when I heard something change, and I'm not positive that it's someone that I can trust, I am waiting.
Okay. You hear footsteps receding, and the voices stop, and there's silence for a while, and then you hear footsteps coming closer to you, and then they fade for a while. You still waiting?
Yep.
Okay. It takes a couple moments, but you think you hear them a little closer now. Oh, Ven, can you make another stealth check if you're stealthing? I just realized that you broke stealth because you've been walking with a guard. Were you stealthing? Or are you
no.
just walking down to
I
the
was
small stuff?
walking.
Okay.
I mean, are there guards in view?
Yeah, there's guards like everywhere doing their night patrols.
Then no, I'm not going to obviously start stealthing at the moment. Unless I think I see Thin.
Okay. Alright, in that case, you wander, you take your roundabout way. You've been in the city before, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So you know the street layout, you know where most of the alleys go. And you find your kind of roundabout path. And Thenmir, as more time goes on, and it's stretching now towards about 5 minutes since the voices, and now closer to 10 minutes.
I'm also keeping an eye out for him. I don't know if it matters.
Yeah.
If he's, belly down to a roof, there's no way I can see him anyway.
That's correct. But Semir, the footsteps are getting a lot closer, and they're slowly making their way towards you. And now you think they're maybe only a couple streets, maybe a street over, maybe now in the alley.
Okay, how many sets of footsteps am I hearing?
Just one.
Then I'm going to assume that it's not the person I'm waiting for, because there should be more than one person.
Mm-hmm.
Also, would I ever realize that I forgot to tell the others where to go?
I mean, I'm pretty sure you would have figured that out, like, probably quickly after
Then I will pause to scribble a tiny note that says Talevs and tear it off and toss it into the ether to Azalea.
Bam!
Wait, what?
Now we don't have to go steal the tracking pigeon.
Bam, bam. Well, we already had one pigeon die on us.
Okay, Azalea, back in the room, you're picking up your packs, and suddenly, with a slight flash of light, bam! Not bam. Poof! A piece of paper falls out of the sky and drifts gently into your lap. You have no idea where this paper came from. As you realize, this looks almost exactly like the paper that has shown up for Ven before, but this literally materialized out of the sky and has now drifted into your hand.
Would I know what this about this type of paper? I would assume.
Make a quick. Just make a quick intelligence check. My guess is yes, but it's a low DC. But go for it.
Hold on. What did I do to get this closed?
You don't know everything.
I rolled really bad.
Oh dear. What'd you roll?
Is it just a straight intelligence or like knowledge of something?
It's not really knowledge. I don't think it falls under anything. No, maybe knowledge arcana.
That would be nice if it did.
Let's call it knowledge arcana.
Okay, great, because then my total would be 9. I rolled a 2.
Surprisingly, that's rough. Yeah, that's rough. Surprisingly, even with your extensive knowledge of magic and your study of wizardry, this is not something that you're familiar with. You've seen it when notes have appeared before Ven, but you never got a chance to actually ask her about it, and so you're not sure how this paper got here, what in the world it is, but
if I've seen Ven get them, it would be reasonable to make the leap that she could have sent it.
You could, and when you open up and you read the word, you read the message, and it says Talevs. So yeah, I think you're smart enough to put 2 and 2 together.
Either she sent it or someone sent it for her.
Yeah.
And it arrived here.
Azalea probably will give a slight shriek if she wasn't expecting something to poof in front of her.
I know she was.
Ah!
And who does expect things to poof in front of them at 2 in the morning?
Yeah. What? Did Stuko bite you? Stuko, get over here.
It wasn't Stuko. I know where we're going.
Oh.
Yes?
There's a note. It came in the
What
air.
does it say?
I think it says the Talevs, so I think we need to go to the Talevs.
All
That would
right.
be, I mean, that would be my guess, at least, and then that's what I think. I mean, I kind of made it.
Let's just go. It's okay. Let's just go.
And I'm gonna hope they put the pieces together after the fighting match last night.
All right.
Okay, cool.
I don't know.
Well, we got 2
I'm not
extra
gonna
packs
be a
now.
metagame, so.
I think I would have taken mine.
All right, you were taking your pack. All right, so
Run what to grab. I mean, it has my flower. I can't go anywhere without my flower.
Oh God, the
What would I
flower.
do without my impromptu
Zozo's petals. All right.
Why? Okay. So you guys are all just bundling out the door?
I'm grabbing the extra backpack.
Yes.
Gabrielle.
Yeah. Are you messaging me? I'm
Can
sorry.
anyone
my
ever
phone
make
is
me
on
those
dark mode.
rollerblades?
No,
It's a
can
word.
people hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Hi.
Okay, my mic was glitching out. Did I have my pack
You
You
never
did not
said
mention
either way.
grabbing it. Oh yes, no, you did. Yes, 'cause you
Okay.
were
Oh,
requesting.
in that case, never
Yes.
mind.
Okay, I'm gonna bounce back to Fenmir. You guys are all bundling and out the door, I'm assuming. Being very loud, waking up patrons.
They're never gonna
Okay,
let us back in this
Fenmir.
inn again.
What'd you say?
They're never gonna let us back in this inn again.
We don't need
Yeah,
to come
there's a
back
lot
to
of
the
cursing
city
following
again.
you. Fenmir, are you doing anything?
What time is it?
It's been. You feel like it's you feel like it's been close to an hour since you left the inn.
Since I left
Or
the
since
inn.
you awoke. Whatever. You know what I mean, dude. Since you woke up. I'm sorry, that was not a good attitude. No. It's been you feel like it's been close to an hour, not quite an hour, since you woke up standing in the alley.
Okay.
Yeah. Which, by the way, you have no recollection of leaving the inn.
Yeah.
We realized that the lie that was formulated is suddenly the truth, and my brother really is confused.
I'm going
Is this our
to.
imitating wife?
You
I
hear
was
the footsteps.
really
of one of the
hoping
other
to
guards
wait until my
approaching.
party was here to start this, but okay.
I'm trying.
Give it an all she's got.
All right. You know what? Since there's something that's changed in the surroundings, I'm going to investigate what that is.
Okay.
Because I really wouldn't start this without, help. So I am going to investigate the change so that I can be aware of, something significant happening.
Okay. Savannah, are you doing anything after you send that paper?
Still looking for Then. Are there guards within earshot?
Just the ones that were back behind you. You're currently down an alleyway, so a little bit behind you is one of the is like kind of a mean-ish street off of the main thoroughfare. And you can hear the guards that you would have passed them and seen them, but there's a couple of guards like looping along that street.
So if I called out softly, would they hear me?
It would depend on how perceptive they are at this moment. It depends on if you're trying to whisper, yell "Come here," that type of thing. They're not going to hear you.
Something slightly louder than a whisper yell, but not like a normal yell. If that makes any sense.
Fenmir.
Then we'll call out an undercommon. Ben, are you there?
Okay.
Whew! Grammatically must be quite the entertaining thing in Elvish.
Fenmir, you stiffen, and as you hear your voice, your sister's voice float up to you.
Responding in kind, I guess. I'll just say up here.
Then you're standing around, and you hear the voice travel down to you. For a second, it's a little bit hard to pinpoint, but it seems to be coming from one of the two buildings sitting in front of you. Both of them are a couple stories high.
I'm gonna take a minute, listen for guards, see if anybody seems to be getting closer.
After about 30 seconds, you hear the footsteps of a guard pass by the alley, and you glance down and you can see him.
Okay. Does he stop? Does he notice?
You're staying in the shadows, so
Roughly.
he glances around briefly as he's passing the alleys, but continues on.
Okay. Guess I'll try and climb up a building then.
All right. Do we have climb checks in here? Yes, we do. Make climb check.
Oh, that's bad.
Woo.
That's a big old 5.
Okay. You look outside of this house. kind of smooth stone, but you see a couple of footholds and handholds. You jump up, try and grab it. You latch onto it almost, you think, with one finger, and immediately like find this not in any way deep enough, and your finger kind of like pops, like does like a little thing like where like it straightens out, and you fall back down, kind of scraping your elbow a little bit as you're going.
Second thought, can you come down?
I'm
My
what,
dice
20 feet
apparently
up?
like you a lot better than they like me tonight.
I'm 20 feet up, would you say?
Yeah, you heard her when she whisper yelled.
Okay. Excuse me. I will climb back down the way I climbed up.
Okay, this will put you on the opposite side of where she is, just because I'm going to be nice and say, Serena, you were not trying to jump up the wall, and there was a ladder right there. That'd be kind of mean. So you carefully drop down, and then I'm assuming you go back around behind the building to go
Yep.
find your sister. All right, you're both now standing in the alley, and you see your brother, cool and collected, as usual, standing in front of you.
What are you doing?
I regret to inform you we have no choice but to kill the Talevs.
What happened in the last half hour that made that suddenly the only option?
I don't know that you'd believe me if I told you.
Try me. It's 2 a.m. I really don't have the patience for obfuscation right now.
Just to make sure, you guys are like furiously whispering to each other, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
My mic doesn't pick up whispering.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure like Fenmir wasn't being like obstinately loud. Just to piss you off.
Fenmir, we have to kill the Talevs! Guards. Who the what now?
Gonna who do what now?
But why
Or,
do
like-
we have to kill the Talebs? Just
No, I was thinking more
stomping
of like,
on
you
the
know how like
ceiling.
when like a sibling is whispering to you and you're like, and like you want to be like a butthole, so you're like, oh, what should we not tell mom?
It's his ass who's getting in trouble if things go south here.
Oh lordy.
Continue.
I'm just this kind sister who's trying to keep her very confused brother from getting into trouble.
I'm going to reach into my pouch and pull out the thing that manifested itself.
Okay.
May I ask what the thing is?
You may.
Gabrielle, how would you describe it for working with my crystals?
Haven't quite imagined.
We
that, so
want to
we're
just
gonna
have a
come up-
modern day equivalent since he's a gunslinger.
Okay, so basically
Oh,
what's
okay.
happening is I have
Wait.
something
want
that
the
can be
visual.
added to my gun.
So what you see in front of you is, I'm making this up, is a small cylinder about this big, and it seems to glow just slightly, and it looks like it fits into, having seen the gun, his gun, it looks like it fits into the same chamber that the Texine crystals go into.
Brilliant. What is that supposed to be doing? By the way, the others should be here soon.
Oh, excellent. I woke up from a dream where the pyramid in the desert appeared to me in a pink fog. Purple fog.
I was gonna say it was purple.
Hmm?
I was gonna say it was purple. It was
Yeah,
nothing.
well, you know, when you're
Purple.
dreaming, things go psychedelic. And I then saw the Talev's house. Woke up standing, fully equipped in the alley, with my hand holding this. And as near as I can tell, the knowledge has been given to me that this allows me to fire multiple shots at once. I am being directly told that if I do not kill the Televs, something bad is going to happen to me.
By whom?
I don't know.
Was this a voice? Are you just making assumptions?
I was told.
Okay, that doesn't answer the question.
It doesn't feel acceptable to go anywhere from here except to kill the Televs.
And so you thought, let me go rush off in the middle of the night with no real plan and no real planning on a solo suicide mission to slaughter people in the middle of the city. I'm sorry, did your dream give you a timetable? Did it impart to you a shocking lack of ability to plan? Is there any reason you thought you had to do this right at this very moment and not, say, go back to sleep, get a good night's rest, and then actually formulate a real plan with the other assets around you?
The ones that would have said, no, we will not.
Then why... And what about me? You send me a message in the middle of the night. You couldn't have, done the same thing and just talked about it in the daytime and formulated the real plan instead of trying to get yourself killed? Is this all some convoluted suicide attempt?
I will...
You
don't
guys start
know.
to hear footsteps coming from the same direction that from the opposite direction that the guard might. That's bad. That froze. Did you guys hear what I said?
Largely.
What did you say, Tasha?
Hmm.
All right. Yeah. No, you hear footsteps coming from the opposite direction of the guard
He's got
that just went by.
multiple footsteps?
Just the one.
Again, is there any reason that you're not trying to do this in a logical and well thought out way?
Savannah. I have no choice but to do it now.
Why?
I don't understand. I don't know. Whatever it was that's telling me to do this, it's telling me to do it now.
Again, voice, feeling.
The thing in my dream.
The pyramid.
Yes.
A pyramid talk. I feel like you're leaving out some pretty crucial details here, then.
I feel like my dream didn't give a lot of crucial details.
Footsteps are getting closer.
Let's get up on the roof.
That didn't work so well last time I tried it.
I'll show her where the ladder is.
There's a ladder. You guys are actually moving towards footsteps, just FYI.
Well, then we book it.
All right. You guys stealthing?
Sure.
I'd imagine so.
You need a roll, Ethan?
Please.
Alright. Well, that's an 8 for you,
15.
and I've got a 18.
Okay.
And if you
You
could
guys-
check your messages, Gabrielle, I'd appreciate it.
Okay, noted. You guys managed to stealthily climb up the ladder and scramble back up to the top of the building. As you guys lower yourselves down on the roof, you see another guard, not the same one that passed the alley a couple minutes ago, but a different one, walk past this street and pass presumably by the alley on the opposite side of the building. Peeps who are falling down the stairs to get out.
Oh! It's us!
Um,
Somebody wake Noah.
what are you people doing?
I think he is awake.
I think he's comatose.
I ate him.
Oh, that's right, I'm sorry.
Wake me up inside, save me. Wake me up. Wake me up. I can't wake up.
Sorry!
Okay, well, that wasn't the most horrifying thing I've ever heard. My ears don't want to explode and bleed out my brain now.
It works though. He's up.
Well, maybe. Nope, not 4.
Okay,
Alright, cool. Good to know.
we are running to where we remember the Telev's house being.
Are you just booking it?
Are we trying to stealth gang?
No. Fast as my skinny legs can carry me.
Alright, so...
I have an important question.
Yes.
Did I ever get those roller skates?
No, I hadn't finished making them for you yet. That was on the list of things to do tomorrow when we had a chill day in town.
Is that thing
Okay, I'm doing my best to keep up, but I have short legs.
Amari at some point will like notice that you're falling behind and just like scoop you up. Want to piggyback ride?
Do it.
Okay, she'll like usher you on and like just chug it.
Yeah.
So you guys are like,
I'm gonna grab Felix by the hand and help lead him.
okay. So you guys are just charging down main thoroughfare. And a couple of guards are, and you guys see there are a number of guards out here. Halt! Where are you? Whoa! Who are you? Where are you going? Stop! At this point, they have swords out and are now running towards you.
Please don't stab us.
The Melva has.
I'm gonna shake my hand loose and be like, we're just going to try and find our friend.
Why are there 5 of you rushing through the streets at this hour?
Because we think our friend might be in danger? Is walking through the streets or running through the streets at a late hour illegal?
Don't start being cheeky, son.
You drew your swords! You don't draw weapons on a bunch of civilians unless they're doing something dangerous or illegal.
Yeah, I sneezed through my nose and it was a really bad idea and it hurt.
I mean, you usually sneeze through your nose.
No, I sneezed like into my elbow through my mouth.
The guards just caught coronavirus. Way to go, Noah.
Wait, that's the achoo part. It's not like I go like achoo.
I'm so confused.
Oh my
People
word.
not. What? How do you sneeze through your nose? Like, do you just close your mouth when you sneeze?
Sometimes.
I've never been able to do that.
I don't do that. That's what
Maybe?
happened.
I don't know. I don't pay attention to sneezing.
Yeah, but no, like I just like sneeze with my mouth closed.
This
and
is a very lively
violent.
discussion about how sneezes happen, but
Yes,
what's going on right now?
I hurt myself.
Okay,
I
we
think I
are
was trying to convince
we
the
are
guards
we are
that
running through
running
the
is
streets
not
to save
illegal.
your dumbass. So at this moment, we need to
This
figure
isn't my fault, okay?
I mean, it kind of is. You went and woke everybody up.
Okay,
What did you
so-
expect me to do? Run into the Talev's compound by myself?
Not with an
Kind of.
attitude like that.
Okay. The guards take a step back. Where are these friends of yours?
We don't know. We're
We
going
have
to
no
try
idea.
and find them in the part of town we last knew that they were. the guards have already been involved because another friend went looking already and got the guards. So there's no need for you to be worried.
What are their names? What did they look like?
Which they are we talking about?
Anybody, whoever you are looking for.
Oh, Thenmir, I think is his name.
And what does he look like?
Crazy dark elf, lots of scars, long white
I feel
hair.
like you're giving a
Wait.
Mario look. Like, should someone interrupt him?
We are looking for our friends. The two elves. They have very bright white hair, and one of them is apparently out this way down the main thoroughfare, and the other one was talking to one of your guards. I don't know what his name is, and they went out a little bit ago, and we're looking for them. I don't know why we're running. Why are you running? Why
I'm
are
sorry.
you
I
running?
think I just got a little bit nervous when I found, like, you know, it was the middle of the night, and you know, it's dark, and you know, it can make you a little bit jumpy. So I'm sorry if we scared you by running through the streets. But if it's all right, we'd just like to look for our friends.
Is someone in actual danger?
We don't know.
We're not sure. I think it should be okay. We'll be sure to alert the guard if we need anything.
Um,
I'd like a cup of tea, guard.
The guards in this
Sorry.
town are really annoying.
he waves
Yeah,
over
they
at one of
are,
the
aren't
guards.
they?
Wait, what?
He waves over one of the other guards.
Okay.
Just go with them. Figure out what in the hell is happening around here. We have one free night with. It is one quiet night around here. Good Lord. Hey, this one will go with you. Just, I don't know exactly what you're searching for, but he will make sure that you are safe and not causing any sort of trouble. Go on your way.
Hopefully we won't cause any trouble. Sorry to have bothered you. I hope you have a lovely evening.
Thank you.
The one guard kind of like, he looks like he's like kind of scrawny, probably like just signed up a couple days ago. He looks a little bit weirded out and nervous.
What's your name?
What?
What's your name?
What's your name?
Dalib?
Hi, Dalib. It's nice to meet you.
All right, Dalib. Gonna be the quick kid. Like my mother said, when your feet are moving, your mouth's gotta stop. So we're gonna move now, so no talking, just a lot of running. All right, Dalib? Here we go.
Why are we running though?
Matter of life or death, Dalib. Life or death.
What? What?
Come on, boy.
I don't
I'm just kidding.
I think he's just being dramatic. I think they're all
I'm
just
gonna
being slightly
grab
dramatic and they're running
Felix.
because it's fun.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna,
right.
Oh, dear
I'm gonna
God.
grab Felix and just start hauling butt towards the temple.
What temple?
The
There's no
temples,
temple.
the Tilevs live down by the temple.
Why are you running to the temple then? Just go to the Tlev.
Well,
I don't
that's
know why.
they're in the
I
same
see what you're saying.
direction. Yes.
Okay.
You're right, you do sneeze through your mouth.
Oh my word!
Oh my god.
Did we just have this
I
conversation?
never understood, like, in all the drawings, like, why do they have, like, them sneezing and, like, having, like, a tissue?
So I feel
like,
like
on
I've
their red
definitely
nose?
tried to suppress the
I feel like
sneeze,
it's
like when you
cover
sneeze in
up.
the middle of someone's solo in a concert and it comes out your nose.
Yeah, I've done that.
But
Or when
yeah,
you
no,
sneeze into your trombone.
I saw that video. It was amazing.
Oh.
I was dying at that video for like a good 10 minutes on Saturday night.
That was hilarious. Alright. So you guys are clattering and clanking and yelling and carrying on down the main thoroughfare. Said and then, you guys are sitting on top of the roof quietly, and you start to hear a commotion from up the way. It's the sound of multiple people running, and several voices, a couple of which sound vaguely familiar, but they're moving very quickly in your direction. What would you like to do?
I would mess this up. Dana, you want to follow my lead for a minute? Ethan, are you there? Radio silence.
The corona got
What the
him.
heck? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Yes, yes,
Hi,
yes.
there we go.
The heck is going on?
I ate important parts of your microphone.
I know.
My
You were a
microphone
side
just
dish
keeps
to
like
Noah.
deciding to not turn on.
It was
And
gone.
he
You really
says,
did eat it.
Told you I ate him.
Yeah. Hey. Okay.
So am I what, Tasha?
Ven said, I was saying, are you there? But Ven said, will you follow my lead for a couple minutes?
I suppose I have not much choice.
You're confused and you have a head injury. Let's climb down.
Lovely.
Ven is gonna like gently take Ven by the shoulders on the ground and be like, does it look like she's trying to gently lead him
Is
somewhere?
this really necessary?
Are you saying that out of character or in character?
In character.
Well, I'm not sure how they're. I don't know. I'm just trying to cover bases right now.
All right, so you guys are down off the roof.
Yep.
If they see us, follow my lead, okay?
Mm,
Okay.
What?
You guys climb down from the roof, and it does not take within moments you can see the horde of your friends rushing
You're a
your
horde now.
We graduated.
I had hoped that they would have a little bit more discretion.
there's a guard with them, right?
Yes, there is. He looks very confused and a little bit concerned. Immediately, somebody. I'm assuming you people. Are you still stealthy? Like, are you hiding, or are you like just coming down in plain view?
I have no idea where this is in relation to anything.
Okay, you guys are coming down off the building, and if you take a couple steps away from it, you're on a road. You can see straight up the main thoroughfare, and you can see the party like running towards you.
Do you want their help?
I
I assume that's
a
why
good
you sent the
idea.
message to me?
Yes.
Okay. I can try and get rid of the guard. If you play along. But you're kind of calling the shots on this one here.
I'm playing.
Alright. Then yes. It'll be out in the open, leading Ben like he's a confused guy.
I'm gonna let one of my eyes go slightly cross-eyed.
I'm done. Help me. Okay.
That is real weird
You
things
guys
to do.
come
isn't it?
down off of the roof and step out. And therefrom, immediately you all see the familiar faces of your friends standing standing about 100 feet away from you down the road.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
guys,
Right.
it's okay. I found him. He's a little confused, but everything should be fine. You don't have to be a herd of cattle.
Oh, okay. Is
Moo?
everything okay?
He's had one of his, everything's okay. If you could just calm down.
Why are we running? Why? Not why we running. Why are we all out here?
Because we
Just-
needed to find you.
I think you were trying to help me look for Ben. He had another one of his episodes. Here, Ben is going to turn to the guard.
How are we catching on to what she's trying to do?
Stage
Oh,
wings.
you're about to catch on really.
Like, 'cause there's some
obvious.
people who try to catch on when she's like, episode.
You guys don't know.
Ven is very clearly like body language trying to be like she's leading something of an invalid.
We're not
I am
idiots.
going to start.
Think of how you'd be
repeatedly-
talking and handling somebody with dementia, and
Okay.
that's how Ven is trying to deal with.
So what you guys?
Hello.
One second.
I've been trying to talk here.
Go for it.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I think my mic glitched out again.
I think so. I'm sorry.
I said that they were gonna catch on real quick after what I do.
Yeah, I did see that. I did hear that. You guys see Ven kind of leading Fenmir, who is kind of hanging back a little bit. Looks slightly cross-eyed. You've never seen him like this. You're not quite sure what these episodes are, but something definitely does not seem right. Go ahead, Fenmir. I'm sorry.
I start repeatedly like patting Cervena on the shoulder, and I go, "The lights, they sing, the world." I start singing operatically.
I know they did then. Would you guys mind
Roll a
Ven-
bluff
Ven-
check.
Me?
who?
Kind of both of you, I guess.
Can I just give her advantage?
I'm gonna have you roll with advantage, but I want you to tell me both rolls because you don't need advantage against a group. Or I'm not gonna give you advantage against a group because I know that Fenmir is not wacky.
We're
to
not
the
we're
best
not
of
an
their knowledge.
opposed
Do
group.
we?
We're not. No, we're
So-
not hostiles. We should
The
be
only
able to
person
figure
we're
this
trying to
out.
fool right now is the guard.
Okay, but they don't necessarily know. I guess I see what you're saying. Yeah, just go ahead and roll with advantage.
21.
21.
Okay. Do you need my do you exactly need my help? What exactly?
It's okay. I'm sorry. My brother has some issues. He wandered off. And we needed to find him, but he's been found now, and everything should be fine. So you can everything's all right.
I'm still very poorly singing opera at the top of my lungs.
It's okay, buddy.
Does he always sing that loud?
Yes.
Like I said, there are issues. It's okay. We've been dealing with this most of our lives, but
Okay, I'm going to go now.
thank you very much for your
You
help.
want to call the
with
guards
our
if you need
friends.
help. He's gonna like walk away very quickly. Just
Thanks, Talib.
he
Great
kind
guy.
of hears you and kind of runs a little bit, like faster.
And just as he's just still within earshot, I'm gonna stop singing and then just say loudly at like the same volume, "Why can't I sing?" to make it sound like I got talked out of singing.
Okay then. You guys are now.
Ben gives your brother a big thumbs up.
He won't last a
And
month.
I glare at her with knives that could kill her if they were real.
Yes, I know. Get over your ego. At least they got rid of the guards.
What exactly was that?
That was me
are you actually
following Cervena's poor plan.
That was me getting rid of the silly guard. Come on,
But there's,
get
like,
out of the
other
way here so
guards
we can
around.
actually talk.
What time is it, DM?
In what? In game or out of game?
In game, sorry.
It's like a little after 1. To the best of your best guess.
Alright. How much sleep did we get?
Not for us.
Okay.
Actually, though, how close was it to 4 hours?
Pardon?
How close was it to 4 hours for those of us who only need that?
It's 1 o'clock in the morning. 4 hours ago would have been. I can't math. Would have been 1900 hours. 7? No,
What?
that's not correct. Gosh.
It would have been 9 p.m.
But we were interrupted before.
Yeah.
Did we manage to ditch the guards?
Yes,
Yes.
Talib is gone.
We have ditched all the guards at this point. The point
I
of making Fenmir make a fool of himself has succeeded in getting rid of the guards.
I would say you guys probably would not have been able to because unless you guys had slept straight from 9. Yeah, no. Because you were woken up before by Fenmir sneaking around, even if you did go to bed at 9. So you're woken up at that point, and then Fenmir woke up at 12, and it's been almost. You guys have now been up for about half an hour, so you probably would have only gone about 3.
Well, poop.
It's just a box.
And the humans, you definitely did not get a full rest. That's
Do I see sounds yet?
no.
Okay.
I mean, we really didn't use any abilities or spells yesterday,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna make sure that the party's completely in the alleyway, away from earshot, etc. Before I say this, but I'm going to basically tell them, you know, we have to kill the Talevs, and I'm going to describe the dream to the best of my memory. And try to
Fenrir,
convince them.
okay. Fenrir, as you're racking your brain to remember any detail beyond what has stuck in your mind, but there's nothing. It's almost as if every time you reach for it, every time you think you might have the slightest grasp, it slips away from your fingers. And the only thing that you can remember is the sight of the pyramid shimmering in the moonlight, and the Talev's house, and the cylinder appearing in your hand. I say cylinder instead of bullets because we came to that.
Yeah.
No.
I
You okay?
guess at what was happening when I got the message.
Look.
Oh.
Okay.
Sorry, I ran out so fast. I was a little freaked out.
What did you
Also,
say?
sorry, I forgot to tell you guys where to go before running out.
It's okay. It's okay. It didn't.
You
Well,
should
I'm
tell me
just gonna
how
start-
that kid works sometime.
Yeah, it didn't really seem like you knew where you were going either. So
I totally had the right idea.
yeah, that's good. So what exactly are we gonna do now?
We are sneaking into the compound across the street and killing the Talevs.
Wait, what?
Oh,
No,
Wait,
not what
why? Like,
Well, perhaps somebody could provide a reason for why we want to do this.
yeah. That doesn't really seem like my. Why exactly do they need to die?
You know that pyramid in the desert?
Yeah. Well, I
The
don't.
beacon of light?
I mean,
It
No.
called to me in my dream last night.
it called to you.
Okay, are you sure he did?
I
Yeah,
thought
you
the
were
crazy
joking.
was an act.
Yeah, you were joking about him having been hit on the head or something.
Yes,
Right?
I mean, I definitely knocked them on the head a couple times when we were kids, but not enough to actually do damage.
Maybe it was latent.
Hey now, be nice.
Sorry. But my point, but also, even if it was calling to you, what does that have to do with the Talebs?
It communicated to me that my next course of action had to be to kill the Talevs.
But why? Yeah, I mean, like, maybe we should consider, like, what is, even if the pyramid is calling to you, which, no offense, Fen, that seems kind of ridiculous. Like, a pyramid's an inanimate object, but even if it was, like, how would it be, what sort of advantage would it get from you killing the Talebs?
I don't know.
I think that this is crazy.
We have about a 3-minute time window between when the guards are present and not to climb over the side of the wall. There is one guard in the courtyard, can be easily avoided by sticking to the other side of the courtyard. We go into the house, we find their bedroom, we slit their throats, and no one is the wiser.
We're the wiser.
That makes me uncomfortable.
but we're not going to do any of that.
I don't think that is a good idea, but
Were there
as
consequences
one,
given by this talking pyramid?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Did the talking pyramid give you any consequences? You didn't?
It appears to have complete control over my survival.
Okay, I don't like this idea at all, but as someone who comes from a pretty religious culture, I'm not exactly inclined to stop you. But I don't think that this is a good idea, and I do not think that you should go through with it.
What other option would you give me?
So,
Hunt down whatever affects this pyramid.
alright, so my
We go to
grandmother.
a temple and ask for the advice of a priest who's actually an expert on these things.
You really want me to tell the priest that I'm being told by a pyramid to kill the ambassador of his city?
Pretty
Look,
sure you wouldn't be the first one.
I think he would probably be I don't think he would also be the first to be locked away as a result of that. That I think
You
is
don't
not
have
a
to
good
tell
point.
You don't have to tell him exactly that, but to talk to a priest about visions. There's no reason to believe that this vision is telling the truth, or that it's from something that we should actually listen to. If you
Yes.
go to a priest, if it's a vision from something that is dangerous and actually does have some kind of control, then they're likely to have the ability to actually help keep you safe from what control it may have, and help us understand what's actually going on. Because random visions about murdering people are probably from from very suspect sources.
Tasha,
Can
roll
I
a
ask-
d20 for me.
I think Joseph Stalin is influencing Noah's thoughts.
That's a big old 3.
Question
The
mark?
dice are not rolling today as well as they usually do. Also, I have a bit of an odd question for you, DM.
Yes.
What are the duress rules? The laws about actions performed under duress?
Laws in Jalbar.
Yes. So in some places, crimes committed under duress will not be prosecuted. So if you put a gun to, my sister's head and said, "I'm going to shoot your sister if you don't rob that bank," if I could give reasonable proof that that was what happened, you'd be the one be in trouble instead of me. Because I was under duress, I wouldn't necessarily be, stuck with it, which is not the case everywhere, but is in some places the case. So with that said, what are the duress laws in Jalbar?
It's a good question. Make a knowledge let's call it history check. You've lived here a while.
Big money, no whammies. Ooh, there we go. Dirty 20.
Okay, not bad. So you do know that
Guess that's the new primary die for tonight.
you know that Jalbar has not always been the most just and diplomatic judgment system. But there have been laws added, at least in the past 20 years, to your knowledge, regarding issues like this, where under duress, like in specifically a situation like that, there is a lot more leniency. There often will be a demand for some sort of restitution on the person who committed the crime, but generally the person who is putting you in that situation is going to get the brunt of it. However, you are aware that the laws are stating specifically about when someone is threatening you directly. You're
Thank you.
not convinced that it would apply in this case.
Understood. Thank you.
Does someone extend to something?
And I don't know what you wanted your dice roll for, Ethan, but did you hear it?
I did.
Okay.
My grandmother used.
You guys
Oh
start
god, we're going on to grandmother now.
Not your mother?
No,
you guys start hearing footsteps coming from.
Son of a bitch, Delib. All right. Focus. All right, everybody. So my
I'm
grandmother.
not singing opera this time.
Oh, shut up. All right. So my grandmother used to tell fortunes. All right. It was sort of her hobby. All right, and from
Your
that,
family is strange.
you're one to talk.
Okay, friend.
Okay, in point of fact, we're kind of the only strange parts of our family. Our parents weren't so strange.
You
They were-
knew our parents?
Somehow I find that hard to believe.
well enough.
Okay,
Mm.
guys, someone is
Eh,
definitely
Alright,
coming.
fine. Everybody, we need...
Francis, get to your point, maybe?
Okay, fine. My grandmother used to tell fortunes. She always used to tell me, alright, she always used to tell me that there are certain signifiers of power that they happen in dreams. You should listen. And one of those things was any structure illuminated by moonlight in a dream has some sort of significance. She told me that.
I'm not going to argue with it.
Moonlight represents both magic and clarity.
That is something that we also believe in our culture. Like I said, I do not think that this is a good idea, but I am not. I do not think it would be wise to stop you at this point.
Azalea,
Yes.
you found a library you could gain access to in the city, yes?
Yes. Do you want me to do some research?
I want to do some research. You are welcome to join me if you wish.
Yeah, I love research. It's one of my favorite things.
Let's return to the inn.
For Pete's sake.
For the sake of the guard,
I-
Amir, do you mind being walked? You don't have to sing opera. By the way, I didn't know you had such a nice singing voice.
I actually specified that I was singing very badly.
Oh. She's still gonna say that, but sarcastically then.
Mm, yes, one of the many things I didn't pursue.
Lots of serenading, yeah. Clover can give you lessons, I suppose. Wait, I didn't think that through. Sorry.
Oops.
Clover's just gonna kind of like shoot Amaria like a really dirty look. Sorry.
That wasn't
Right.
awkward at all.
By the way, did I get a chance to just apologize briefly to Clover before we went back to sleep?
Yeah.
You're like, I'm sorry, I was pissed. I shouldn't have said that.
Here is the thing. I
At this point,
have been told to do this. I have no choice. But since you are all so reluctant to help me, I must find out more about what's telling me to do it.
I mean, I think technically we always have a choice. We
I
just might not like the consequences of our choices.
Are you guys still in the alleyway, by the way?
Are we?
I thought we were walking home.
Yeah. Maybe we should like postpone this until we're actually at the inn.
That's a good idea.
All right.
Felix.
You guys emerge from the alley. And there is a guard on the street, and he kind of gives you a strange look, but doesn't quite stop you.
I'm gonna go up to the guard and say, I beg your pardon, but if you wouldn't mind making sure that the word gets back to Alim that Savannah found her brother, I would very much appreciate that.
Understood. All of these are with you?
Yes.
Howdy.
Very well. Carry on.
I'm like swinging my hands around like the I feel like there's something right in front of my face, but there's not type thing.
Okay. All right. So you guys process in your strange menagerie of
Madness.
characters and creatures back down the street towards the inn.
See, I feel like that was kind of a crappy lie when I first came up with it, and now I'm really enjoying it.
All right. So you guys head back.
Periodically, I slap Cervena in the motion.
Savannah will not break character as the caretaker at all. Yeah,
Alright.
it's okay. No, there's nothing on your face.
You guys arrive back at the inn, and kind of all bundle in, and the innkeeper is there, like snoring away at the desk, and kind of like, finally get it back.
We're very sorry.
Staying here for another night will cost you another 2 silver.
That's
He
all right.
stumps off before anybody says anything, and
Thank you and sorry for the inconvenience. Have a
don't
good
shout, you'll wake up the
morning,
other patrons.
Azalea
slammed my
wasn't
forehead
shouting,
on the
she
door
was like
jamb.
whispering quietly. like trying to get it so that he can hear.
Yes, yes, of course.
I slam my forehead on the door jamb.
So that's again, if you make a mark in that wall, it'll be 3 silver.
I
Does
do it
this
again.
appear to be genuine Thenmere? Or Thenmere acting?
This is me acting.
No, we're not. That's bad.
And the Academy Award goes to.
I'm just having fun with it by this point.
I'm just,
Ethan
At
is,
this-
and Mir's not.
I'm just going upstairs. I'm going in my room.
Yeah, the innkeeper disappears as you guys head back up the stairs into your rooms. Anything quick that you guys want to go over before we close for the evening?
It sounded like Thenmere wanted to talk to me.
I did. I wanted to talk to Felix.
Okay.
Then we'll thank her brother for going along with everything she asked for there.
If this
Even
has
though-
repercussions in further days where people think this of me, it comes out of your hide.
I will fully accept that. Sorry, if you hadn't done this at 2 a.m, I might have been able to formulate a better lie.
I woke up halfway across the city through magical transportation. What did you want from me?
Logic.
Well, maybe that would be a good time to get some rest, and we can
No,
talk about this when
probably.
we've had some sleep and are thinking clearly.
Felix, can I talk to you?
Or
Yeah.
not.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Felix will talk to you.
As an oracle for the gods, have you had them appear to you in dreams?
Yes.
How does it normally occur?
It's been different each time. Usually there's something that triggers the vision, or it is, and then it comes, and one or more spirits, deities will tell you things in the vision.
So some sort of being or entity being highlighted by moonlight, then presenting an image and a weapon does not seem like a command to kill the target.
It seems like it could be a command to kill the target, yes. I mean, generally, visions are cryptic, but the initial feelings you have on them are very accurate to what the one giving you the vision wants you to think.
Well, it appears that I have 2 options. I either go through with killing the Televs, or I go to the pyramid.
That would be 2 of the options, yes. I
Well-
also had a vision involving the pyramid.
And
It appears that
if you guys remember, Ven had one too,
yeah,
I think.
it appears that our curiosity is being piqued in a similar direction.
Mm-hmm.
Can I trust you to side with me in convincing the party to go to the pyramid?
Yeah. Yes.
Very well. Then I won't make another attempt on the Telev's life.
Good.
Good night.
Good night.
What a way to end a conversation.
All
What
right.
did I miss?
But I won't go kill
You
people.
two-
Good night.
So you head back into the room and settle finally back down into your bedrolls and let sleep finally take you. And that is where we're going to end for tonight.
Frick, I'm
Guys,
really
it's only
sorry.
10:30.
I've been trying to make them a little bit shorter.
I'm impressed.
Thanks, dude.
Well,
All right,
what's
we have
funny
both-
is we
What?
finally have one that ends earlier,
and it doesn't
Now that I
matter.
don't now that I don't have to go into work or classes or anything else because everything in the world has been canceled.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, dope.
All right. Do we have any quotes? For the
Only
evening?
one, I think. People upstairs, what are you doing? DM. I'm putting my pants on. Andrew. Beyond putting your pants on, what are you doing? DM. Putting my armor on? Andrew. My God. That's it. We weren't very, aside from Fenmir's operatic singing, we weren't very funny tonight, apparently.
The funny was in the content, people. All right,
Okay.
y'all. Thank you very much for participating. Good night, Kira, if you're there.
I just
Bye, Scott. We
please
hope
tell
you
your
don't have
friends. They
coronavirus.
have something to do with during coronavirus.
Yeah, like they have nothing better to do except watch us fight with each other and decide whether we're gonna go kill people.
Exactly.
Let's not.
Bring your friends while they're sick quarantined
Yes.
or not sick quarantined. We hope that all of your friends are well. Until next time, peace out.
All right. Good night, everybody. And to quote Kira, pyramid, pyramid,
Pyramid.
pyramid,
Pyramid.
pyramid.
Yes.